Want to turn that music up? We're broadcasting. Fucking Erock. Fucking go home. I don't need you. Obviously, the show's under the gun. Ant's sick. We don't know when he's going to be back. He's got pertussis, which is the whooping cough. And Erock just strolls in at 6:05. Holy fuck. I don't need you after 10 o'clock. Rumor has it you stay here all day. Who gives a fuck? Get here before the show starts. That's when we need you. Fuck.
What happened, Erock?
We'll have some lame excuse. I was late, tunnel, traffic. What was it?
I was stuck on 495 at the tunnel.
Oh, well, how about you leave your house earlier? God, go home. I don't need you. I really don't. Just strolls in, then he's casually talking to an intern. What'd you have to talk to the intern about?
He was going to get coffee.
Oh, that's good. That's the first thing you should be doing at 6:05.
Did he just leave for coffee?
No, we left about 10 minutes ago.
Really?
Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello.
Jimmy's sick.
I'm sick, and I slept for
an hour, you said?
I got the apnea masks yesterday.
Yeah.
Where they came to my house, and the woman walked me through what to do.
Right.
So we all knew it wouldn't be easy.
Right.
For Pelican Gullet.
Right.
To get the apnea mask.
You definitely need this thing, right?
Horribly, yeah.
Yeah.
But
God, I don't even... Erock, could you fucking leave? For real. I don't even want to look at you. Put someone else there for a while. You're just annoying as fuck. For real, too, man. This is not a bit. Everyone knows Ant's sick, and we're trying to figure this shit out. We don't know when he's going to be back. And then you just stroll in at 6:05. I don't need that shit. You're not doing me or anyone else a favor by coming in at 6:05 to push a fucking button. God. Sorry, Jimmy.
That's okay.
Seriously, I don't want to look at you. Yeah, I'm in that mood. You suck. Who fucking walks in at 6:05 knowing that, you know, the show's going to be a little different for a while? Just strolls in like he owns the fucking place. There's 100 guys like you I could fucking hire tomorrow. God, I'm really annoyed. I'm really fucking annoyed. He does basic shit to start, you know, to get the studio set, and he just walks down the hall at 6:05. Like there's no issue whatsoever. Like, wouldn't you want to get here a little earlier knowing that, it's, you know, the show's a little different right now? Of course not. So you definitely, I'm so fucking annoyed. I think we should start over. This is like a start over. Breathe.
I was saying that to myself last night.
What?
You're not suffocating.
I'm not
Just breathe.
suffocating, man.
There's a mask on your face, but you're not dying. Just breathe.
Oh, God. So annoyed. Anyway. See, I was telling you this yesterday. When I get in one of these moods, then it's tough to fucking get out of it. But I will get out of it. You know. Are you contagious?
I don't know.
I'm so paranoid. Poor Sam's getting married in a few weeks. I got a kid at home. I keep telling Blotter, just keep disinfecting this place.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna
fog this place, man.
I won't get any closer, and we won't touch, you know.
We usually don't touch, so that's good.
Shut the show down for 6 weeks.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Just quarantine
At
the
least
entire...
until you're married, right, Sam?
Yeah. Just quarantine the channel.
You feel like this is different?
The sickness?
Yeah, the cough in me.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it hurt,
I hear this
though.
cough is a nightmare. Everyone's tweeting me. I'm like, I don't have it, and I'm hoping I don't get it. Supposedly it's so bad you break ribs coughing.
Oh, no.
You can literally break ribs. Sam, you want to go home?
I don't
you want to pull an Erock?
Yeah, I don't want to be up at the altar coughing.
You won't be.
I hear he stays here to like fucking 4, 5, 6, 7 at night sometimes.
There have been times where he's put in...
All that shit doesn't matter.
No, anywhere, I mean...
Why wouldn't he be here an hour before the show if he's the help? He's the fucking help.
Yeah.
He walks around like a rock star. You're the fucking help. Get here at 5, believe it or not. And then if you have a problem with tunnel traffic or something, guess what? You're still here at 5:30. Fuck. I don't need him from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. I don't know what the fuck he does.
Not a lot of people do.
What is he, just archiving who gives a fuck shit? God. Fucking lazy. Just strolls down the hall. Literally no one knows what's going on with Ant. He's out today. We have no idea.
Yesterday
so
we
you
thought
think
he was
everyone would
joking.
just fucking step up?
Yeah.
You got to step up. Holy fuck. And the only reason I'm losing my shit because I blah 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 is we tell this kid over and over again for years you got to be here on time for years, but his job really isn't that important. So in a way you don't care and you brush it off. But when shit is going down like it is right now and you need people to step up, that's when you wake up as a fucking human being that has a real cushy job and go, you know what? I think I'm going to try to start getting in there early until everything is figured out. But no, he strolls in at 6:05 and then starts talking to an intern. God, he sucks. He really sucks.
I mean, they made him the intern boss, and so that added to his pre-show responsibilities.
Really? What is that?
I mean, you know, telling the interns to get coffee and whatnot, but that's...
You know how it takes 1 second to go, hey, doesn't the intern know he has to get coffee at the exact same time every day?
I mean, there's also the... You could call and text.
All
You
that
just
shit.
Call an intern and tell
I
him.
do have my job on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't text ahead and go, well, obviously I'm late again, so maybe you should go and get coffee, not wait for me to tell you in person. He's got to get his life together, man. He's fucking losing it.
He is a little bit.
Huh?
He is a little bit.
You think?
Yeah.
Saying like,
Eric, what do you think the most eventful thing that happened on the show today was?
I'm sure it's probably me.
Don't you honestly think that Opie ripping you a new asshole was probably the most eventful thing that happened today?
Either that or Kenny taking over the show at the end.
Kenny taking over the show
Kenny
at the
did
end.
great.
It was very interesting. There's something about Kenny's voice and the way he speaks that it's just like he's not saying anything. He's not even doing anything interesting, but I think I'm going to keep listening.
It's funny because he throws topics out and then doesn't discuss the topics
Yeah,
himself.
the Quiznos
He'll throw
thing.
another topic out while everyone's discussing the first topic he threw out.
But you'll keep listening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not what Sal picked. Sal did not pick Club Soda Kenny. Plus, Club Soda Kenny was the last segment of the show. It's like, why are we going to recap what just happened? Instead, I think Sal decided to recap the very beginning of the show. Is that right, Sal?
Yeah, this is pretty much as soon as Street Fighting Man came on. This is a little lengthy clip, but you know you can.
It's probably worth it, though, isn't it?
I think it's worth it. Yeah.
You do. Yeah, I mean, this is why you got to start listening at 6 a.m. on the dot.
It says Sam the shit stirrer.
I'm the shit. Sal's the one who brought the disc in, isn't
Oh,
he?
sorry, you're the shit stirrer.
Sal wanted to share this with the world.
Shit star in training, it seems.
Want to turn that music up? We're broadcasting.
This is from the very beginning of today's show.
Yeah, 6:14, pretty much.
So, yeah, it'll start at 3 p.m. is when the replay starts if you want to hear this whole thing go down. But this is how some of us, Erock, started our day.
Want to turn that music up? We're broadcasting. Fucking Erock. Fucking go home. I don't need you.
Okay. Erock. Let's be honest here. Let's talk truthfully. Man to man. The first words out of Opie's mouth were fucking Erock. Just go home already. What was going on in your mind?
Do I go home or not?
Were you aware that this was coming? This onslaught?
I assumed it was, yeah.
You knew. Was it uncomfortable for you?
What do you think?
Oh, I'd like to get your words on the
course
matter.
it was.
I could assume all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think it was deserved? To this degree?
I'll say something was deserved, yeah.
What was deserved?
Him being upset.
But not to this degree, you're saying. You're saying some of it was
I just said he
deserved.
deserved to be upset.
To this degree? Yay or nay?
He deserved to be upset.
You see how you won't say it, Sal? Because I don't think I think Eric thinks that Opie overreacted, but Eric's afraid to
I
say
didn't
anything.
say that.
I know you didn't say it, but you did not say it. I think you're afraid to say it. Are you afraid to say it?
I didn't say that either.
Are there things that you won't say because you're afraid?
No,
Then why aren't you saying everything?
because I'm not trying to stir up more shit.
A little bit afraid, isn't he, Sal? A little bit afraid. Let's hear the clip.
I don't need you. Obviously, the show's under the gun. Ant's sick. We don't know when he's going to be back. He's got pertussis, which is the whooping cough. And Erock just strolls in at 6:05. Holy fuck! I don't need you after 10 o'clock. Rumor has it you stay here all day. Who gives a fuck? Get here before the show starts. That's when we need you. Fuck.
What happened, Erock?
You'll have some lame excuse. I was late, tunnel, traffic. What was it?
I was stuck on 495 at the tunnel.
Oh, how about you leave your house earlier? God, go home. I don't need you. I really don't. Just strolls in, then he's casually talking to an intern. Oh. What do you have to talk to the intern about?
He's going to get coffee.
Oh, that's good. That's the first thing you should be doing at 6:05.
Did he just leave for coffee?
No, we left about 10 minutes ago.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello.
Jimmy's sick.
I'm sick and I slept for...
An hour, you said?
I got the apnea masks yesterday.
Yeah.
Where they came to my house and the woman walked me through what to do.
Right.
So we all knew it wouldn't be easy.
Right.
For Pelican Gullet
Right.
to get the apnea mask.
You definitely need this thing, right?
Horribly, yeah.
Yeah.
But
God, I don't even... Erock, can you fucking leave? For real. I don't even want to look at you. Put someone else there for a while. You're just annoying as fuck. For real, too, man. This is not a bit. Everyone knows Ant's sick, and we're trying to figure this shit out. We don't know when he's going to be back. And then you just stroll in at 6:05. I don't need that shit. You're not doing me or anyone else a favor by coming in at 6:05 to push a fucking button. God. Sorry, Jimmy.
that's okay.
Seriously, I don't want to look at you. Yeah, I'm in that mood. You suck. Who fucking walks in at 6:05 knowing that, the show's going to be a little different for a while? Just strolls in like he owns the fucking place. There's 100 guys like you I could fucking hire tomorrow. God, I'm really annoyed. I'm really fucking annoyed. He does basic shit to start, to get the studio set, and he just walks down the hall at 6:05. Like there's no issue whatsoever. Like, wouldn't you want to get here a little earlier knowing that it's, the show's a little different right now? Of course not. So you definitely, I'm so fucking annoyed. I think we should start over. This is like a start over.
He tried. He was really annoyed. It was uncomfortable even for me to be in here.
Yeah.
Because Opie is rarely that annoyed, especially at one of us. But I think today, listen, we talked about it before. The dude is under a lot of pressure right now. Number one, I think the number one thing is that everybody who sits in this room every day for the whole morning, we're all petrified that we're going to get pertussis. I'm petrified that I'm going to have pertussis at my wedding. Opie is petrified that he's going to get pertussis and give it to his kid and have to deal with that. Then
I'm scared.
He's also got to be aware that he doesn't know whether Ant is going to be able to make it to the next show. Like, by late afternoon, he still can't know because Ant doesn't know. That's no fault of Ant's. It's just like hopefully I'll be better and come in. But if I'm not, I'm not. I have pertussis.
According to this week is a wash.
And then, Jim is not well because he's not rested. Not to say he didn't do well, but he's not feeling well. You heard it in his voice. You got, especially the first thing this morning. And then the icing on the cake and the guy who took the brunt of all that craziness, and it was the sex man today. How come you were that late, Eric? I don't think you were in traffic that long. Did you get a little bit of a late start?
No, not really. It was normal time that I usually left.
What time did you leave your house?
It's like 5:11. That was down the street. Yeah.
It took you 50 minutes to get in here.
When Route 3 got to 495, it was just, I was crawling down because they had closed the tunnels. Then they opened up the one side, and then by the time I got to the toll booth, the other side opened.
Did you know you were in trouble while you were on the road?
Yeah. As soon as I saw all the lights going down 495, I was like, I am so fucked.
I am done for.
Yeah.
But you couldn't have expected that kind of reaction out of him. I didn't expect that kind of reaction out of Opie.
No, I didn't expect that.
I mean, it was honest. I enjoyed hearing I like uncomfortable things happening.
Yeah, I noticed because that clip went a lot longer than the Florentine one did. But
I don't cut these clips. You could talk to your boy Sal about that.
Well, I left it in because I liked how Opie tried going into talking to Jim.
Does that scare you as a new employee to be like, oh fuck, that's like, I understand that like your Panda Bear.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I really have no idea what.
Well, I can play it again.
Can you play it? I don't remember that shitty.
I don't know where it is. I'd have to search the garbage for it.
Hack shit.
But
terrible.
Like that's one thing if something like that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But does it scare you to be like, oh shit, I do not want to be on the receiving end of that?
Well, I mean, I don't. I really dread the day if something like that happens.
Yeah.
Like I could take the abuse like for that because it was a fucking stupid bit or whatever, and Ann had every right to go off. It was actually
but for
pretty
Opie
funny
to be like, I don't need you.
yeah, that's an empty feel. That hurts. Like,
Did that hurt, Eric?
I didn't listen to you replaying that.
Because it hurt the first time.
I just couldn't listen to it.
Yeah.
Did you want to just dig yourself into a hole?
Oh, yes.
Did any of the bosses talk to you, or are they just being like, because I have a feeling that maybe the bosses will be like, you know what? There's no way anything we can say will be worse than what Opie nailed you with this morning. Because Opie was talking some truth. Now, well, how come you didn't text somebody or something?
I was talking with Sal about everything, and I was hoping to be here way before.
Oh, but you were texting with Sal.
With Sal about setting up, the programming for 6 o'clock and what have you. And I was like, all right, I'll be there in a few minutes because I swear it just looked like, all right, everything's going good. And then as soon as I hit that turn, it was fucked.
So what do you what do you do in this case? Like, how do you build up your reputation again? Because obviously the real reason that this was rough was that you've been better recently, but you had a long period of time where you were not timely.
No.
But you've been better recently.
That was sleeping. A lot of that was sleeping issues.
Right.
Well,
sleeping issues.
I wouldn't sleep.
You wouldn't wake up. No, you would see the problem is you wouldn't wake up.
No, all right, wait.
You wouldn't fall. You mean you'd fall asleep late?
I wouldn't. All right, change it. I wouldn't sleep right.
Yeah.
I was getting too little and then not waking up.
Are you sleeping better now?
Much better.
What's your sleep schedule like?
Usually, depending on what's going on, usually I'm in bed by 9:10, and because I got that mouthpiece and everything too.
You don't have to wear a mask like Jim was talking about today.
Remember,
you have apnea?
No, see that's the weird thing. It's been known on the show. I went for that sleep study a couple years ago.
You got an A+.
And thank you. And they said I have mild apnea, so I'm like, so I have apnea. But they said no because I didn't qualify for the machine or anything drastic. But they said you go to the dentist. The dentist has an apparatus that they mold around your mouth to kind of move your jaw down and keep it open so you can breathe while you sleep.
Now, did the dentist? What did he put the mold in your mouth?
They put it's this like cast iron thing with what appears to be like silly putty.
Right.
And then they just kind of just do the top part of your mouth first and then the bottom of the part, but it sits there for like 5 minutes.
Did the dentist
and dries around your mouth?
Did the dentist get frustrated or have to redo it when you kept chewing on it?
No, I didn't chew on it.
Okay, I was just asking. I didn't know. I don't know all the medical stuff.
Come on, Opie destroyed him today.
Well, I don't know all the medical stuff, Sal. I need to ask these questions because I didn't go to med school.
That's not a far reach for Sam Sal.
Ooh.
That wasn't an insult either.
Yeah, I didn't think it was an insult. I didn't take it as such.
Ooh.
So now you're sleeping full. You just have to, listen to the traffic reports, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. What hurt the most?
Really?
What did you
still
learn
on
today?
this?
Yeah, what hurt the most? Well, yeah, we're still on this. It was crazy. What hurt them? It was crazy to me.
The whole thing was pretty.
What was the most hurtful comment? Like, what comment was like,
I don't even think it was during that segment. He slipped one in later in the show.
what was it?
Something. I think the quote was. Look at Sam smiling at this already. I think the quote was, "Loser that didn't deserve to be in this business in the first place."
Oh.
Fuck, I should have got that one.
Ooh, that's
That was a rough one.
he was taking out.
I didn't time cue that one. Sorry.
Do you try to just tell yourself, okay, he's just taking out frustrations on me. He's just taking out He doesn't mean all of it. Most of it, yes, but not all of it.
No, actually, at one point I was biting the inside of my cheek really hard. I'm like, I think I'm bleeding.
Was that because you were what? What was the emotion that was being
He was
expressed?
hungry.
You were hungry. You just needed breakfast.
Yeah, I just needed to eat myself.
What were you mad or were you just humiliated?
A little of everything. You
Ashamed
know?
of yourself.
Anxiety.
That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
just anxiousness. Like,
Yeah, I
oh,
was
just
like, oh, fuck.
just end. Just end. I did bad again. Just end. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think the only thing, Eric, that you could do to make yourself feel better is to make sure that the people around you feel good. And, you know, one way of...
Are you going into a live read for Mother's Day?
No, I was
Oh.
going to say that... Although...
I was going to say, what a transition.
I was going to say, you know, one way to make sure that the people around you feel better is to come in early and make sure Opie's comfortable. Obviously, on some level, he likes having you here early. Right? Because if he really thought you brought nothing, what difference would it make what time you came in? Right?
I didn't plan on being here at that time today.
Yeah, you don't
Like
plan
that
on
was
much.
that
though.
wasn't even an accident. Thank you. Thank you.
Mike in Philly.
Hey, Sam. Love you. Love the show.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I missed the clip. Can you please play it again?
You missed Opie yelling at
The
Erock?
replay's at 3 o'clock.
I was delivering a safe and I missed it.
You did?
I beg of you.
What were you delivering?
A steak?
A safe.
A safe to where?
Pennsylvania, you know. I'm a locksmith. Come on, I'm at people's houses all day. I can't listen every minute. Play it, please. I beg you.
Well, Mike, and for the people of Philadelphia, here it is one more time. Opie yelling at Erock.
Want to turn that music up? We're broadcasting. Fucking Erock. Fucking go home. I don't need you. Obviously, the show's under the gun. Ant's sick. We don't know when he's going to be back. He's got pertussis, which is the whooping cough. And Erock just strolls in at 6:05. Holy fuck. I don't need you after 10 o'clock. Rumor has it you stay here all day. Who gives a fuck? Get here before the show starts. That's when we need you. Fuck.
What happened, Erock?
You'll have some lame excuse. I was late, tunnel, traffic. What was it?
I was stuck on 495 at the tunnel.
Oh, how about you leave your house earlier? God, go home. I don't need you. I really don't. Just strolls in, then he's casually talking to an intern. What'd you have to talk to the intern about?
He's going to get coffee.
Oh, that's good. That's the first thing you should be doing at 6:05.
Did he just leave for coffee?
No, we left about 10 minutes ago.
Really?
Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello.
Jimmy's sick.
I'm sick and I slept for.
An hour, you said?
I got the apnea masks yesterday.
Yep.
Where they came to my house and the woman walked me through what to do.
Right.
So we all knew it wouldn't be easy.
Right.
For Pelican Gullet
Right.
to get the apnea mask.
You definitely need this thing, right?
Horribly, yeah.
Yeah.
But
God, I don't even... Erock, can you fucking leave? For real. I don't even want to look at you. Put someone else there for a while. You're just annoying as fuck. For real, too, man. This is not a bit. Everyone knows Ant's sick, and we're trying to figure this shit out. We don't know when he's going to be back. And then you just stroll in at 6:05. I don't need that shit. You're not doing me or anyone else a favor by coming in at 6:05 to push a fucking button. God. Sorry, Jimmy.
That's okay.
Seriously, I don't want to look at you. Yeah, I'm in that mood. You suck. Who fucking walks in at 6:05 knowing that, the show's going to be a little different for a while? Just strolls in like he owns the fucking place. There's 100 guys like you I could fucking hire tomorrow. God, I'm really annoyed. I'm really fucking annoyed. He does basic shit to start, to get the studio set, and he just walks down the hall at 6:05. Like there's no issue whatsoever. Like, wouldn't you want to get here a little earlier knowing that it's, the show's a little different right now? Of course not. So you definitely, I'm so fucking annoyed. I think we should start over. This is like a start over.
Oh, that really was a rough one. DJ Hookit just stopped by and got to hear some of that.
Why do I always walk into this shit?
Erock had a rough one today.
You got in trouble today, man?
He showed up late. Anthony's not here. Jim's sick, and
Damn,
Erock's
man.
strolling in late. Now, Erock, what do you think of Opie's assessment that there are 100 guys that he could replace you with because you do basic shit?
So be it.
Do you think that's true?
He said, so be it.
Don't be afraid to know your self-worth. If somebody said to me I was replaceable, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. There is no other Sam Roberts. That's what I would say.
You be angry, right?
I'd be angry.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I'm not replaceable. You could try to replace me with 100 other guys. None of them would come close. That's what I would say. Do you think you're as replaceable as Opie thinks you are?
No.
You
Not at
don't?
all. No.
How are you...
I'm not doing this.
Are you irreplaceable, or are you just not that easily replaceable?
Probably not that easily.
So it's no delusions of grandeur. It's just you
as
don't
long as
think
you don't
there's
get on his knees to get the job back,
Right.
Yeah.
Troy, you heard it today. I'm assuming you enjoyed it.
That was a rough one.
You're smiling though.
Well,
Here at the Opie and Anthony show, we have a motto: at least it's not me, and that's what makes us smile, isn't it?
yeah.
I'm gonna assume you're gonna get here early tomorrow, though, Eric.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Eric, we were just talking about you making people feel better around you.
I know. I feel so nice now.
Right. You got who kid is going to feel better around you. You're going to come in early. Opie's going to feel better around you. And then come Sunday, you're going to make your mother feel better around you. I know you hate Mother's Day. I do too. Everybody, Eric, everybody hates Mother's Day because you never know what to do. You always end up getting your mom the same flowers that die within a week, the same picked over card from the drugstore. And you take not that kind of drugstore, kid.
I know. I'm like, what?
And you take your mom out for the same crappy Mother's Day dinner. It's like a white people, like a CVS.
That's what white people do.
You go to the drugstore and buy cards.
My mother asked me for $1,000 flat.
That's it.
Caribbean.
Cash in an envelope.
$1,000. I was like, huh?
This year,
Fuck you.
finally,
I ain't coming Sunday.
the real solution, kid, this is what you need to do. My friend Steven Singer has created the perfect gift for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and it's like usually I know a lot of you might spend your Mother's Day trying to find out who your father is, something like that. No, don't worry about your father, kid. Don't worry about that
Fuck
mystery.
him, yo.
Don't worry about that mystery or where he went to.
Yeah.
Worry about Mother's Day and what you should buy her, and that's a real long stem rose dipped in 24 karat pure gold.
Serious?
You could probably put it on a necklace if you
It's not
asked
the
you
fake
to.
gold that rappers are wearing?
No. This is not rapper gold. It's 24 karat gold. It's the gift that lasts forever, and it's only $69. That's right, $69. Mothers, grandmothers, even mother-in-laws, even kid, baby mothers.
Wow, we know that in our community.
Love them.
In the hood.
These real long stem roses come shipped in a beautiful gift box with your own personalized card. You could write any Ebonics if you want.
Wow.
It's no problem.
Like,
What a
bitch,
wonderful
here it is.
What a wonderful gift. Steven Singer has special colors available only for Mother's Day. You can choose from Violet Pearl, which symbolizes admiration. You're not a Violet Pearl guy?
Yeah.
What about Peach? That symbolizes appreciation.
Is there a brown one?
I don't know. What does brown symbolize?
For my niggas. I can say that here, right?
You could, yeah.
Absolutely. None of us can.
Troy's in favor of it. And the classic all gold, which symbolizes respect and eternal love. Actually, I think Steven Singer would just be happy that somebody was able to squeeze that in for one of his commercials. Finally. Check them out online at IHateStevenSinger.com. Order now and receive free shipping. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. And who do we do it for? Who, kid?
My niggas.
That's right. That's what we do it for.
He should be okay. He's depressed over there, man. Tell him I get fired by 50 Cent like every other month. I'm still here.
I mean,
it's all good.
Erock, that's true. Who Kid was actually replaced by 50. 50 Cent went out and hired a high-profile DJ.
Yeah, Paulie
You remember
D.
when?
And then they rehired me.
Yeah, you remember when Paulie D got hired by like G Unit and it was the big news and everything.
Yeah.
Everybody failed to mention the fact that 50 Cent was already supposed to have a DJ named Who Kid.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was a big deal. I got fired, but now I got rehired. Don't worry about it, man. It's all about the love connection, man. Maybe he has a love connection for you. That's how he is expressing his
rolls off
moisture
his
to you.
back.
Yeah.
Who, Eric?
Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah. I mean, he cares for like a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
But, and he'll come in early for like a couple days.
And then?
Just right back to the way he was.
Do you think The Incredibles... Well, have you seen The Incredibles?
No.
Have you seen The Incredibles?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He was, Eric has been described as Incrediboy.
Get out of here.
The villain
The one that's like...
Well, he's
the one that's like with the fake whatever.
Yeah,
fake
he so
guy.
badly wants to be an Incredible that he ends up going crazy. Because that's just not what he is.
Don't worry, Eric, man. It's just like somebody peeing on your back and it trickles down your ass.
Is Eric going crazy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's losing his mind completely.
Don't
Why
worry
do you say
about
that?
Well, I mean, it started with his I don't give a fuck attitude. And then it was like he started drifting more and more into vagaries and just not being here.
Why do you think that's crazy though? Isn't that more just disconnected?
That's crazy though. To just become disconnected, that's a breakdown. That's a mental breakdown.
No, I think if you don't have another job lined up and you're just going through the motions to.
No, but it's not.
He's in that room.
Oh, what's up, dude?
But it's not just like at work. It's like when we're in the office just hanging out. He's still disconnected from everything that's happening, I think.
Does that just... I don't know. I don't know if it's crazy. Like, I don't define
Eric,
crazy.
Do you think you're going a little bit crazy?
I think I'm fine.
See what I mean?
I think Eric would like you and everybody else to think he's going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's swallowing a bunch of pills and then calling somebody and saying, "I just want to end it."
Just
all.
wants the attention.
Is that it, Eric? You want people to think you're going crazy?
No, because I don't talk to anybody.
You see what I mean?
don't let you know that I'm doing shit.
No, but you do a lot of things that are sort of
weird,
and you just for attention.
The vagaries are just
like why would you start biting the inside of your lip just to make it bleed because you're upset about your.
Do it to make it bleed.
But like somebody told me that the other day.
Thing.
Somebody told me that he was in the control room the other day, had a rubber band around his head, and he was snapping it or something. It's like.
Were you snapping a rubber band on your
I
head?
don't remember doing that.
That's
No,
some
I
new
did that in
shit
the
right there.
office.
Well, somebody saw you do it.
Oh, well, I know who did. Who's the one who shares his office with them? Did Roland rat him out again?
No, I say he's trying. The Howie Mandel, remember? He did that Chinese thing.
Oh
He did
my
rubber band.
God.
Yeah, put the rubber band on my head.
Yeah, like the Howie
What's
Mandel.
wrong with that?
No, I just think it's just attention. That's all.
All this is from 5 minutes, 6:05.
6:05.
5 minutes.
No, we're not. The show starts at 6.
Yeah, but he came after 6:05.
Yeah, but we're not the host of the show. We're supposed to be preparing the show.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like.
I thought Opie was his nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
trying to squeeze that in. No.
What about DJ Who Kid? He was in here.
Yeah, I don't think he knows about the protesters.
Oh, you didn't tell him?
No, he was obsessed with you yelling at Erock yesterday, so we didn't even get to that.
Why was he obsessed with that?
Because we played the clip again.
Why would you do that?
Because Sal brings in his favorite clips of the day now, and that was definitely one of them.
Why was it his favorite clip of the day? I felt I looked like a complete asshole.
Well, let's be honest. You tearing Erock a new asshole yesterday morning was probably the big moment of the show.
Sal, Erock, did you appreciate Sal bringing the clip back into the show?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I actually played it twice.
Why would you do that?
Because a caller...
I look like an asshole.
What was the clip?
Opie yelling at Erock in the
I
morning.
don't remember it.
You don't?
I don't remember it.
Do you want me to find the clip?
Yeah,
No,
love
no,
that.
no, I don't want it anymore. I love the people that try to call me out on being an asshole. Like, I don't know that looks bad.
It is what
we
it
let
is.
it all hang out on this show.
But
sometimes it's an ugly thing.
A caller called up and said he was out of his car when I played the clip, so I had to play it again for that caller.
You're a shit stirrer.
No.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but you are a shit stirrer.
Well, in that case, he needed to hear, I'm a man of the people. Got to give the audience what they want.
Why wouldn't you protect my legacy?
That is your legacy.
Being an asshole?
Yes.
I'm not going out that way.
Well, you got a lot of work to do.
No, I don't.
You got a lot of bridges to rebuild.
Nope.
You think he's burned a lot of bridges?
Yeah, and he hasn't rebuilt any of them.
I've built a few.
He's just maintained some of them.
Like what?
What bridges have you maintained?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you're still cool with Stump Brain. That's a maintained bridge.
I love the Stump Brain.
That was a bridge that never got burned, though. That was a bridge that
That's
was
what I'm
always
saying.
right.
Because he's a smart, intelligent guy that knows what he's fucking doing. I like those type of people.
I like Stump Brain too, but I don't think you've actually rebuilt any bridges. I think you've just maintained some and given yourself credit for rebuilding those, even though they were never broken. Really.
Me and Tim Sabian are kind of good.
Are you?
I nodded to Jeremy Coleman the other day.
Those don't count as rebuilding bridges.
A guy that I used to do lunch with 3-4 days a week. We almost nod now.
See,
That's good.
This is what I'm talking about. You spend like all his time. You say horrible things about people for like
Jeremy
hours.
Coleman is a fucking prick, Sam.
And that's the end of that bridge.
Because he's very powerful here at SiriusXM, and one of the reasons is because he worked with us at NEW.
Yeah.
And now he barely could nod at me.
All right, see, that's not...
Yeah, I got him fired, but guess what? He landed nice. The people with talent landed nice after all that shit.
Well, that's sort of a backhanded compliment, but not a rebuilt bridge whatsoever.
What?
It's not a rebuilt bridge.
I would have to agree with Sam that it's not a rebuilt bridge.
Do you like Jeremy Coleman?
To be honest with you, I'm totally honest. I don't dislike him, or he's a nice guy. I say hi.
I'm just extremely disappointed in him.
See, I was never friends with him before.
We were pretty close.
He's fine. I mean,
we were pretty close, and now it's like we nod. Really?
I don't think Jeremy Coleman likes me. Like that's how you feel. Like I don't dislike him, but I don't think he likes me. And I'm not saying that that's true.
Right.
But sometimes we feel like people don't like us, and we automatically go like, "Well, fuck them too."
Right.
When the reality is they don't dislike us.
Why don't you think he likes you?
There's no reason for it. There's no logical reason. It's just a vibe I get. But maybe he's just that guy. Maybe he just doesn't. He's kind of to himself, and maybe he doesn't say,
I don't know. I don't know anything about him anymore. So whatever.
But like
the OutQ guys, I said hi to them yesterday.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't shit on people.
I asked the one guy how his fucking knee is because it buckled in front of us and he went down hard. So I showed concern and I talked to him a little bit.
But you can't.
And
shit
he was pretty
on people.
happy about it.
You can't shit on people for like hours at a time.
Right.
And then just be like, hey, and think that because you said hey, that makes up for all the hours.
Well, I don't shit on those guys.
Well, you have said nasty things about them.
Not really.
We kind of had to.
In the
though.
beginning, we
they
did.
started.
They started. Yeah.
They did start after the power.
Yeah, they started that shit.
And then they were fine.
Jay Thomas grunted at me the other day.
Yeah, but that was, I think, passive-aggressive. That was not a rebuild.
On his part?
Yes.
I just ignored it. I'm like, whatever. If you have something to say, how about you say it?
Because he's aggressive. He's passive-aggressive, and you're aggressive-aggressive.
I'm very aggressive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, like, if
I
he
should have had my teeth knocked out years ago.
If he had done anything besides grunt, you probably would have said something really nasty to him.
What about Alex Bennett? He won't move out of my way when I try to go to the bathroom because he's all pissed off.
That bridge is burned to the ground.
That's not even a bridge, though. That's a justifiable.
Yeah, he started that shit.
He started it again.
That's not your fault.
A lot of these things, the other side starts it.
Right.
He didn't like us from day one. I actually respected what he used to do in radio. I have no idea what he does now, to be completely honest with you. I have no idea. But
he gets jealous about TVs.
Huh?
He gets jealous about TVs.
Well, this is part of our old deal.
Yeah.
Well, we're missing one. I'm kind of mad. We should have 9 in here, not 8. How many TVs does everyone else have?
Probably the average is around 0, I would think, or maybe a small
0?
A small kitchen TV.
So you think these guys, when they walk by here, get really annoyed to see 8 TVs
Why
because
no?
one of them broke? We should have one right here. We should have 9 TVs in here. Is that obnoxious, you think?
It's also the fact that we have 4 giant TVs in our offices.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
So we own like 12 TVs here?
Well, if you remember...
The show, anyway?
We went through the hallways, our first broadcast at SiriusXM, with... we extended the mics from the studio all the way down to like where the offices are.
Right.
And announced to everybody working here how many TVs we had.
And it was, what, 13 at the time?
Yeah, people were annoyed by that. Yeah, it's after Opie and Anthony Live, and you're on the show now, Opie. But you have to turn your mic on. I have control over this one. But I also have to sit in the infected seat.
What dumb shit stirring are you going to start today?
Why would you assume that I wanted that clip of me looking like an asshole?
Well, I didn't assume
Played
that...
a million times.
I only played it twice. I didn't assume that you necessarily wanted it, but
Even Kenny goes to me on the way in. Can you hear me? Because I don't feel like moving forward.
I can hear you loud enough.
Kenny on the way in today goes, "Did you apologize to Erock?" So when Kenny asked me that, then I know I went too far.
Did you apologize to him?
Sort of.
What happened? What was the apology?
He said good morning.
Eric, did you get an apology?
It was sort of, right, E?
I got good morning.
That's not an apology.
I did say good morning.
Yeah, I mean that's polite, but that's not an apology by any stretch.
Erock, I was very annoyed yesterday. It was justified to a point, but I think I took it too far. That's a good apology right there.
All right, that's
Is that
honest.
a good apology?
That's more of an explanation.
Well, okay.
Oh, you need the sorry part, right?
Well, are you sorry that you did that?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why?
What?
Why are you sorry you did that?
Because maybe I overreacted as far as the situation goes.
You did?
Maybe a little. Just a little.
How much?
What?
How much did you overreact? Like, how much are you not sorry for?
90%.
Okay.
That's good, right, E?
So he wishes, Erock, would you accept that apology? He apologizes, and he wishes that he had done that 10% less.
See, this doesn't help when he's trying to give off that appearance that he's a nice guy. When he says 90% of that.
But now I'm just making radio, like I told Sal, because now Sal's worried that I'm mad at him. I go in the hallway. He goes, I would have given Sam that audio. I go, Sal, I'm just making radio. Who gives a fuck?
Tell Sal. You know what, Sal?
He's new.
That's why the haters don't bother me, because they think they know so much by listening to the show. They don't fucking know.
No, they know about as much as Sal.
A lot of the shit is for fucking radio, making radio.
And either way, you just do things because they're funny. Even if you just do things, you just say things.
And some of the stuff is real, but
yesterday with you and Erock, you were being real. You were not being.
Well, I think Erock has.
It was uncomfortable in here yesterday.
Oh, I never feel the uncomfortable part.
I feel it. Not to say I don't enjoy it, but I feel it.
You enjoy it.
Very much so, actually.
Okay. You enjoy it.
Very much so. So 10% you take back?
I mean, you want a real answer?
Yeah. How much?
Travis is begging me not to do this.
How much?
I probably 50%.
Whoa!
I just let Travis down now. I just let Travis down.
Because you're not being honest. You want to take back like 30%.
30. It was a little harsh.
So you say
it was
30.
a little harsh.
50% is just you trying to sound like a nice guy.
Well, look, honestly, I mean,
you were annoyed, rightfully so.
Honestly, I still like doing radio, and even though people fucking try to figure that shit out too, I can absolutely do radio with other people, but it's very stressful when I don't know if Ant's going to be here or not, and then it's kind of thrown together last minute. But that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Happens to all of us. All of a sudden, I'll be sick and call in last minute, so it's not like I'm pointing fingers. So it gets a little intense in here.
Now, do you think that there are easily 100 people that could replace Erock? Because he just does basic shit.
Oh, you heard all that part?
You
heard that part?
We analyzed it.
Did I say 100?
You said I could easily get 100 people in here to replace you. Easily. And then you said...
That's probably right.
You said he does basic shit, is what your quote was.
Oh, did I really say all that? Fuck. That was an out-of-body experience.
And I tried to get Erock. I said, Erock, are you...
Erock, I'm sorry. Fuck it.
I tried to get him...
See, that doesn't help when you add fuck it at the end of it.
Yeah, and then I gotta go. Like, all right.
Well, it's my kid's birthday. We got shit to do.
Do you think... How replaceable is Erock? Would you consider... Because Erock doesn't consider himself irreplaceable.
We're all replaceable. Every single one of us.
Who is...
I can't wait to franchise my name out of this equation.
But how replaceable is Erock?
Very.
Very replaceable. Okay.
The old Erock, not so much.
This Erock very replaceable?
Yeah, but he'll get it back together.
No, I doubt it, actually.
No, he'll get it back together.
When?
He just needed a nice kick in the ass. He got it yesterday.
Erock, do you think
That wasn't a
yesterday?
kick in the ass.
Have you learned
That was a
from it?
shovel to the skull.
Oh,
See, he's smiling now. Everything's good.
yeah,
See?
but is that something you've learned from, and you're gonna come out of it differently, or are you just gonna be like, oh, Opie was in one of his moods again?
No, but I haven't acted out like that in a while.
That's what I'm
Sam.
saying. Listen,
that's the difference.
5:35 today.
And I appreciated that. Thank
he's
you.
supposed to be here at 5:30.
No.
I'll take 5:35.
Sorry, I was waiting for an elevator. I
I'll take
apologize.
5:35.
Freight
What time do
elevator?
you think he'll be here tomorrow?
That's the headline, Sam. I don't act out like that as much.
Well, that's why I think that he shouldn't just say Opie was in one of his moods and actually take it as a learning experience.
Are you gonna bring cake tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll
all
bring.
Roland cares about his birthday cake.
You want me to bring some extra?
Some samples.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that.
He just says that. Yeah, some samples.
It was justified. I was mad.
Yep.
But not justified. I overreacted.
Like when you said, "Go the fuck home. I don't need you."
Yeah, that might have been a little harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our favorite.
What did you
part-
do all day yesterday? Anything fun?
Napped.
Erock.
Oh, I didn't know who he was talking
I gave you a
about.
break yesterday, technically, right?
No, I worked
I heard
in
you
the
had your
back.
feet up all nice in the office,
you
just
did.
chilling.
Yeah, no.
Right, having the interns bring him Coke floats.
I was
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. You don't need a Coke float.
I was doing archiving and rubbing my head and taking many aspirin.
Did it stress you out?
I didn't.
Oh
give you-
yeah,
It did.
And
yeah.
I give you a headache.
Headache. I was
cursed.
biting my cheek. It was
Oh
not.
fuck! Sorry.
mumbling.
He did say he was biting his cheek, but Troy yesterday said that Erock only bites his cheek for attention.
Yeah, because I went around and told everybody that.
You remember when he said that, right,
He
Roland?
goes, "Oh, he was attention. Don't shut up."
Anything I do is for attention.
What, is it like an
Troy.
obvious thing when he's biting his cheek?
I didn't think so, but Troy said he does it for attention. Like, Troy says that Erock is the typical, like, oh, look at me, everything is so hard for me type of guy.
Now you want to give yourself some pain every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'll bite between my bicep and my shoulder.
Just
really
because-
hard.
Yeah, here he is.
Yes, Troy. I gotta go home.
Don't worry about it. We're having a good time.
I do like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, let's hang out a little bit.
Cause see, I have no pressure. This is easy.
Exactly. We just chill here.
That's why I
on the
love
after
doing
show.
podcasts. I just sit there like I don't give a fuck.
You-
I
that-
don't have to worry about this shit.
After Opie and Anthony
I
Live
hate
is-
worrying about everything all the time.
It's pretty much a podcast.
Yeah. By the
And
way,
the
I hate. I'll go on record and say this too. Fucking hated yesterday's show.
You hated the show?
First show in a while. I fucking hated.
Why did you hate it?
I don't know.
Did you
Felt like nothing was working yesterday.
Well, I think
It
Is
happens.
that because Eric was not on the board?
Well, it didn't get better after that. Oh, no,
that's an
you were
insult
fine.
Uh-huh. Well, listen, the Erock outburst was good radio.
I'm glad we came back today and had a good show.
The Travolta thing was good radio.
And you know what?
yesterday.
People said yesterday was a good show.
was a
I
good show.
personally didn't like it
'Cause it was
I don't know
weird.
why. I can't even put my finger on it.
It was a
just-
weird show
It was just
yesterday.
very strange and weird.
Well, you gave Club Soda Kenny the last hour of the show. It was
No,
weird.
Kenny stepped up. I talked to this, some of my people. I got people, and I told them, man, when Kenny like forces himself on the air, that's his way of trying to save people.
Yeah, he was
Kenny's all
trying-
about saving people,
He was trying to keep the show moving, I think.
right? And he realized that I was probably like fucking suffering. And he's like, "Fuck that! I'm going in there, man. Because
Jim was tired.
I'm gonna fucking carry him out of that burning building." That's what that was all about. I didn't ask him to come on the air, but that's what he does.
Jim was tired. You were pissed. And so Kenny was like, well, I got to take the bull by the horns here.
Yeah, no one asked him. But that's when I also know that the show was struggling because he only does it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't in today. He knew we were fine.
Yeah, you were smoking today. Troy, you said Erock bites his cheeks just for attention.
Well, you had started off by saying that you thought he was going crazy.
I think he's going crazy, Opie. Do you think Erock's kind of losing his mind a little bit?
I'm a little worried.
He is, right?
A little worried.
But like, what justifies that statement? Like, what makes somebody crazy?
People go crazy.
Yeah, but like,
That's a
why?
real
But like,
thing.
what's he doing that's going crazy?
He might be heading toward a nervous breakdown.
That's what I think, too.
That doesn't mean you're
Do you
crazy.
feel like you're losing control there?
No, not yet.
You feel it? See, not
He
yet.
can feel
That
it.
means he's feeling something.
Yeah, you're not.
You gotta get that. You gotta
I'm
fucking. I'm not gonna yell at you anymore because I don't want to be responsible for that shit.
You got to get your shit together, though, Erock. You're not fine. Wow. You got to become a little more self-aware.
No, he's not going to do that.
Do you think Erock's self-aware?
No, no, not at all.
Opie?
This is my out.
Do you think he's self-aware?
I don't know.
I don't think
I
so.
can't really figure him out.
I don't think so.
No,
Huh?
Exactly, like Skynet.
no, he is,
You don't think he's self-aware, Troy?
not at all. No, I don't think he has any real idea of who he is as a human being.
Whoa, to that extent.
Yeah.
You heard that shit?
Yeah, you guys will have fun with this.
Samples.
I'll listen in the car.
And Roland's asking for cake samples.
Tomorrow, cake samples.
You don't think?
Aren't you on a diet?
Is the diet off?
You don't think he knows who he is?
Died in Cleveland.
You don't think he knows who he is as a human being, Troy?
Well, I think he's completely disconnected of reality of. I mean, why do you think it's the vagaries? It's the it's the attention. It's like you know what I'm talking about.
Eric?
That should be Eric's band name, the Vagaries.
The Vagaries. Nagel and the Vagaries.
That would roll.
Do you think you're totally unaware of who you are as a human being?
I don't believe so, no.
Do you think you're fully in touch with who you are as a human being?
I don't believe that either, no.
Okay. So maybe it's somewhere in the middle. I, too, think Troy's a little extreme with Eric having no idea who he is as a human being.
Well, Troy is the expert on all things Erock, so...
Do you? Wait,
to
Troy.
I just somehow always get called into situations like that.
And you always have an answer or a theory or how everything I do is completely wrong.
And by all means,
I think he stalks me.
When anything comes up about me, Eric, you have full right to give your opinion on what you think.
Troy.
And I appreciate that. I just don't care to.
Then don't complain about it.
Who's more aware of Erock? Erock or you?
Probably me, but because I observe him and his little behavior quarks are they're entertaining. Mm-hmm.
They don't seem entertaining because you always seem bothered and annoyed by everything.
Because I'm the one. We're the ones that have to work with you.
Mm-hmm. I don't sit near you at all.
No, and it's fine. But there are times where it's like you do little things for attention,
and you tend to analyze.
And I analyze everything.
You're an analytical guy.
I analyze everything.
An analytical guy.
Yes.
Analytical knows analytical. That's what they say in the hood.
And this shit's funny on the air. So,
Right.
I mean, if it was just, if you were working at fucking, like, Starbucks, you'd just bullshit with your friends and be like, this guy's a fucking, weirdo or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's on the air and it's funny. So people enjoy hearing this on the air.
Eric, do you think Troy knows you better than you?
I think he thinks he does, but I don't believe he does.
You don't. Yeah, he fully believes he does. I'm sure of that. But you don't think so?
No.
Do you think Troy knows you well, or he just has formed this idea of you?
No, I don't think Troy knows me well either. I think Troy goes based on quick observations, but not really exploring those observations. Like he'd see something and then just go, "Oh, he's that way. He does that thing."
He doesn't go past the surface.
Yeah.
You think that's what's going on,
Well,
Troy? You're making snap judgments without really being analytical?
Well, I mean, I know what I see. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I guess I don't. I wonder if Eric has an identity of his own.
Why do you say that?
Well, he likes to, there's certain things that he does that sort of mimic other people.
Huh.
And why are you smiling?
Because you told me this before, behind Eric's back. He has, Eric. That's why I'm smiling.
Friend right there.
Yeah, because he told me.
Well, I'd say it to your face. I mean,
No, you're not. You're saying it now on the air. That's not to my face. That's,
I'm
whatever
looking
I
at
said here
you.
is now bit.
Well,
it's not honest conversation.
I feel like this isn't a bit. Like, I feel like a bit is like...
Yeah, we're just hanging and talking.
We're just kind of riffing.
We're riffing. Riffing. No, I think
conversation that was already had.
Yeah, we're rehashing a little bit, but this is to bring the audience aboard. Mm-hmm. So you think that Erock adopts a lot of traits from other people?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I mean, he does a lot of stuff that, you can tell that he's a big fan of Opie. So he takes on a lot of,
Opieisms?
Opieisms.
Mm-hmm. Erock, do you think that, like, you see other people doing things that are perceived as cool, and you kind of jump on that bandwagon a little bit?
No, I'm not getting, I'm not doing Instagram. I'm not going skateboarding and doing tattoos and all that other stuff.
Yeah, but that's the stuff I do. You don't follow what I'm doing. You don't look at me like you do Opie.
No, but...
You don't look at me like you do Jim. So I wouldn't expect you to start skateboarding now.
Mm-hmm.
But
do you think you borrow some of the traits from the people you look up to? That's not terribly...
That, I don't know if I consciously do that, no.
Because it's not unusual, I guess. I mean, it's more normal for, like,
there's
kids
traits
to
I
do
have, from people in my family, but it wasn't like, hey, I like what that person does, I'm going to do that.
That
you
seems
just develop.
genetic, though. And
Yes and no, from being around people.
Yeah. Like, what do you think he's taken from Opie? What do you think he's taken from Jim?
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff that Eric does is like, there's a lot of stuff mimics what Opie does, like the Twitter names and
Erock Radio, Opie Radio,
right? When Opie started doing videos, he started doing videos. When Opie was like walking around with his flip cam doing crazy shit, he started doing that.
I was told you should try it, and I tried it, and it didn't go over well, so I stopped doing it.
Although you did have that intro that Coke Logic did for you.
It was awesome.
Or like, Jim is obsessed with celebrity photos and autographs. Eric's obsessed with celebrity photos and autographs.
I think he did borrow your little photo obsession from Jim, Eric.
Well, yeah, I can credit a lot of it to Jim from all the years of doing it with him.
But
it became your own hobby, and I think you did borrow that from Jim. I'm not saying you got pictures because you were with Jim. I'm saying you became obsessed with photos because you heard Jim talking about his photos.
I don't think because of him talking about it, being around him, I could attribute to that. But I used to do that at other radio stations I worked at too. Everybody that came in, I would get photos with.
Steve wants to contribute here on After Opie and Anthony Live. What's up, Steve?
Hey, man. Hey, I love your show there, Sam.
Thank you.
Hey, I think Erock has lost it, and I like Erock a lot, but I think he lost it when he's not doing the bits that he used to do.
What kind of bits?
The eating the shit that he was always eating and the crap that he always did on the show. He's not doing that, basically, anymore.
That's true.
He's back there on the board and doing that kind of stuff. And one other thing about Opie and Anthony,
Yeah, please.
I think they miss each other when the other one is not on the radio with them, and you can tell that happens.
You think
Those
so?
Oh, hell yeah. They click together when they're on the show. If Jim is gone, and it's just those two, I mean, they miss Jim when he's gone and stuff like that. So do I, but when they're together, you can tell they've been together for a long time.
They miss some of that chemistry.
Exactly. They mesh with each other.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Erock, do you think... I know you don't necessarily like doing all the stunts.
But, all right, let me just point out that I was never one that's like, hey, I need to do a bit or a stunt or...
No, it's true.
That was more of a Pat Duffy. Pat was good at... It's like, hey, I want to do this, let's do this. But when something came up and said, you have to do it or who's going to do this, I stepped up and did it.
But do you miss doing them?
I don't miss some of the things I had to do.
But do you miss some of the attention that they brought? Because a lot of those stunts, at first it was like I have to do something humiliating, but some positive attention came out of it. There goes Erock. Erock's a trooper. Erock's the man.
I don't miss it, but if something came up, I would probably, depending on what it is, I would do it.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there going, hey, I need to do something to get it back into...
but
the limelight, so to speak, of the show.
He did bring up an interesting point. You haven't really found a niche outside of the stunts, have you? Am I missing something? Like an on-air niche. Like everybody's kind of got their thing. You know what I mean? Or at least to some extent.
Food.
Fat jokes is what. But like Troy does a good job of weaving in and out of niches. Like right now, I guess Troy's whole thing is that he fucks strippers or something like that. I don't know.
Fuck strippers.
It was like strippers is his thing right now. Before that, it was loving himself, and before that, it was conspiracies.
Music.
Music was no. I mean, you wanted music to be.
Well, no, I've come on the air and talked about music.
Yeah, but people don't really cling to you because of that. They cling to you because you talk about banging strippers and whatnot. Do you not like the fact that you don't have that sort of niche?
No, that doesn't bother me.
You're okay with
I'm not
that.
looking for a set thing on this program. When stuff comes up, I'll go with it or I'll do it. Depending on what they want to do. But I'm not looking to say, hey, this should be my thing all the time.
Yeah. Opie did re-edit the Mayo Challenge video for this year's Cinco de Mayo when we had Erock eat an entire jar of mayonnaise and he puked until his eyes bled, quite literally.
I lost all the white in my eyes.
Oh, did you put that up on the Facebook page?
Yeah, whenever he posted is when we put it up there. Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony.
It's also on Opie Radio on YouTube. What's up, Sean? Sean, you're on After Opie and Anthony Live.
What's the word, Sam?
How you doing?
I've come to the conclusion
Yeah.
that Troy is a faggot.
You think so?
Yes.
And what makes you say
let me
that?
expand on that. I
Yeah.
used to hate Danny, and I love Danny now.
You do?
Troy, Danny's great. Troy he's an attention-seeking whore.
Wow. Troy, what say you?
I don't know, for what? I mean, my name came up, so I come in the studio.
He's quick to talk shit about other people, and then when somebody turns around on him, he gets very defensive. So he can give it.
Well, you just called me a faggot. I don't care.
Cannot take it.
You do get defensive.
Well, of course.
Right.
It's fun. But look at this fucking idiot just called me a faggot, and I'm like, I don't give a shit.
How come you don't give a shit?
Because he's a fucking idiot.
Oh.
Well,
Nobody cares about you, dude.
Defensive, and he starts talking shit as a way to take the heat off of him.
You don't like that. What would you have him do?
Stay off the fucking air.
Oh, okay, that's one. Have you thought about doing that, Troy, or you're probably not going to?
Well, I don't really just come barging in, but I mean, if somebody's talking about me, I'm going to come in and join in the conversation. I mean, my name is coming up, and when I don't come in, Opie will be like, "Where's Troy?" So,
yeah, I mean, I look. As far as I'm concerned, you should be coming in every time your name comes up.
Yeah.
And if people don't want to talk to you on the air, they'll just tell you to get the fuck out.
Exactly. And Opie's told me on numerous occasions, like, okay, cool, we're done. So I leave.
Yeah.
You know, I don't just come running into the studio.
No, that's true.